and Brother Godfrey will help us with that. They'll start using the sample conversation, and then we'll see if we can get an invite to the meeting slipped in there. So let's listen in on that.
Hello?
Hello, nice to find you at home this evening. My name is Robert Hollis, and I'm one of your local neighbors. Actually, I was calling in a volunteer work tonight. May I ask your name?
Oh, my name is Nick.
Hi, Nick. Nice to meet you. You know, many of our neighbors, they're concerned about what they see happening in the world around them today, and especially what they see on the news. And some of them have wondered if things will ever get better or possibly even maybe get worse. What are your thoughts on it, Nick?
Well, with this pandemic and all these riots, it doesn't really seem like it's going to get better anytime soon. I try not even to turn on the news anymore.
Yeah, you know, many of our neighbors feel the same way, and I agree with you. In fact, some have even said things are so bad that they could even believe that we're living in the last days. Have you ever wondered, could it be the last days?
Well, I try not to think about that either, but I hope not.
I understand how you feel. But you know, I'd like to read you a Bible passage. It speaks about the very time that we're living in, and I was hoping to get your thoughts on it. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, the Bible passage is found in 2 Timothy, and the writer of these words was the Apostle Paul. And he was actually describing the conditions that we would expect to see in the last days. So as I read these verses, Nick, maybe you can pick out just one or two things that you see that stand out to you that you see in the world today. The verses 1 through 5 read, "But know this, that in the last days, critical times hard to deal with will be here. For men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, haughty, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, disloyal, having no natural affection, not open to any agreement, slanderers without self-control, fierce, without love of goodness, betrayers, headstrong, puffed up with pride, lovers of pleasures rather than lovers of God, having an appearance of godliness, but proving false to its power, and from these turn away." So did you notice anything that stands out to you?
Well, I think I'd say that people are lovers of money and that they would be fierce and angry, and that's definitely what you see right now.
Yeah, that's definitely right. Those are two of the main ones. The list went on to being unthankful, disloyal, it went on and on. And would you say that pretty well sums up what we're seeing all around us today?
Yeah, definitely. And it's kind of scary to think about if that's what signifies the last days.
Yeah, it sure is. In fact, when you think about it, it's not... when you think about something coming to an end, it makes us also think if something comes to an end, it's also the beginning of something else. So I'd like to leave you with a question that if we think about those scary thoughts, we can also think about what happens after the last days. So maybe I'd like to call you back on Saturday about this time and see what your thoughts are, and I could share with you maybe some Bible thoughts on what comes after the last days.
Yeah, I might have a moment.
Okay. Also, you know, every Sunday we have Bible discussions about 10 a.m. on Sunday, and they're on the Zoom platform. And if you had a minute, I think I could get your email and possibly give you that information and walk you through it. Many have found it really beneficial to tie in right from their own home.
You know, I'm not sure I'm going to have the time on Sunday, but, you know, I'll give you my email, and if I have any time that frees up, I'll maybe hop on.
Okay, I'll take that email. Sounds good, Nick. It was nice to visit with you, and so Saturday we'll talk about that question I put you with.
Bye.
Thank you, brothers. We appreciate that. That's a nice demonstration of an initial call. If you'd like to turn to your teaching brochure under Study 2,